Ani, Michele Wellman-Teeple nDigiDreams. Memengwas minwa Zhigiizhwewin geni nDigiDreams. Gnun totem. Wauye artnang ndonjaba. Gnoje kaning ndida. Anishinaabe was my grandpa's first language. He didn't pass it on to my mother, though. She learned some Anishinaabe words for pleasantries, ani, miigwech, food, panik, nibishabo, wias, and bodily functions, mizigamik, which we learned and used also. On the other hand, my Chimokman father grew up with Anishinaabe friends, my mother's first cousins, and he had more exposure to Anishinaabe. He understood more and maybe even spoke more than my mother. I always wanted to know more and to become a speaker of our language, so I'd ask Grandpa, but he couldn't hear very well or remember how to say things. I thought I'd never be able to learn Anishinaabe. In high school, learning Anishinaabe wasn't top on my list. Besides, it was really hard to find fluent speakers. I enrolled in Michigan State. Then, my friend and I took a year off and earned enough money to go to Europe. While in Amsterdam, I read an article about Indian country in the United States and realized that I didn't even know what was going on in my own backyard. After I came back, I started studying German, another heritage language of mine, because I thought I'd never get to learn Anishinaabe. I was part of the North American Indian Student Organization, where I admired my future husband from afar. Even though I admired him, I was more interested in learning more about my culture than the man. Over a year later, we married through the Indian way. I was having babies and going to college at the same time. I received a bachelor's degree in 1988. 6 years later, I was managing a tribal business for the Sault Ste. Marie tribe of Chippewa Indians. It was the most stressful thing I had ever experienced in my life. 10 years later, in 1998, BMCC was running the Anishinaabe Language Instructors Institute, where students learned Anishinaabe and how to teach it. I had no desire to teach, but realized it was my chance to learn the language, so I left that stressful job and enrolled. After my first summer session, an opportunity came up to teach. I was nervous, but I did it anyway and really enjoyed it. A couple years after I finished the institute, I began teaching in a charter school in Sioux, Michigan, teaching kindergarten to 3rd and sometimes up to 8th grade. That same year, I enrolled full-time at BMCC in the Anishinaabe Panay Immersion program. The primary focus of the Panay program is that to acquire a language, you have to have 2,000 hours of comprehensible input, and that spontaneous speech will start to come out when you get to that point. That is 2,000 hours of listening, not speaking. I was also under pressure to get an elementary education teaching certificate, but I wanted certification in Anishinaabe teaching, which did not and still does not exist to this day. 7 years ago, I started working in the Panay program, so I sit in on the on-campus Panay classes. I thought it would help me reach the advanced high level of speaking, but it's a long process. In 2011, I first heard the phrase language warriors, and it made me think about our first speaker teachers and learners of Anishinaabe. Today, I think we're all warriors for something, for treaty rights, for our women and children, our health and well-being. At a workshop in the summer of 2017, the creator of that term, language warriors, said he now uses the term language healers. I really like that. I think through learning Anishinaabe, I am healing from the loss of Anishinaabe in my family. But most importantly, I feel more grounded and secure in who I am as Anishinaabe. Ni joa sing shkode ki borwad wewad bo chigonish na bemyang mino bematsiang oh hey hey ya hey yo mam we gedamish koze me oh hey hey ya hey yo Ni joa sing shkode ki bo
we wat. Bochegonish na bemyang, mino bemadziang, mino bemadziang, oh hey, hey, ah, hey, oh. Ni joa sing skode, gibod wat we